Hickok 45 here. Is this gun light enough for you? I don't think it's loaded. It's too light to be loaded. Let's check it out. See if it's loaded. Oh man. It had bullets in it. It had ammo in it. Yes, 22 caliber long rifle. 43C, you might be familiar with it. And I just posed the question, is this one light enough for you? A lot of us weird firearms people are always complaining about firearms being too heavy or not light enough, not convenient enough, wrong size, but especially heavier than they need to be. We're always looking for that light handgun, pistol that is easy to shoot well. Well, this one ought to be light enough for you. It's a 43C Smith & Wesson. We did a video with this years ago. This one is mine, and since I now own one, have purchased it recently, I just feel the need to get out and shoot it and let you join me. So, is it light enough? That's the main theme here. If this one is not light enough for you, I don't know where to send you, okay? This thing, it may not tell you anything, but it weighs about 11.5 ounces. Well, you might not be able to relate to what that means in your pocket or on your hip, but let me tell you, that is about as light as it gets in a real handgun like this that you can actually hold and fire, right? J-frame, Smith & Wesson, for example. It just doesn't get much lighter than that. For example, I happen to have a couple others out here. This is the classic 642. You've seen it around here a long time. I've had it for over 25, 26 years now. Did a 25th anniversary with it video, remember? It's an airweight aluminum alloy frame with a steel cylinder and barrel, of course. And that's known to be very light, very convenient, one of the most popular J-frames ever made on planet Earth. Very light. Well, guess what? It is, let me get it right, it is like 14 and it's 3 ounces heavier than the 43C. So you're basically talking 3 ounces difference. So that's pretty amazing, and it's an airweight. It's not like an all steel gun. And now this one is the attempt to make the 642 about as light as it can be. This is a 32 caliber H&R, and it has a titanium cylinder, okay, and an aluminum alloy, a frame, barrel shroud, and all that. So again, it doesn't get much lighter than that for a centerfire J-frame. That's about the best you can do. I guess scandium might be a little lighter, I don't know. But and that one is, I think, 13. Okay, so it's, I believe, 1.5 ounces heavier than this little guy. So that's light. That is light. Now, light has a couple of meanings in this presentation, and I'll get into that. I want to thank Silencer Central first for their support of the channel. You've seen the banished lineup here over and over again. You'll see it some more. Davidson's Gallery of Guns, where you're guaranteed lifetime replacement on your purchases there. So keep that in mind. And guess what? That's where I bought this firearm. Yes, this 43C through them. And SDI, the Sonoran Desert Institute, get yourself some distance learning and firearms technology, drone technology. Get more educated. Check them out. Now, and you're going to see one of our other sponsors represented here with holsters, aren't you? Yeah, lightweight, light. It is very light. It will float away if you don't hold it down. It's kind of like being on the space station, stranded in space, right? And the gun would float around on Earth almost if you didn't hang on to it. So that's pretty nice for a handgun. And some of you cannot relate to that if you live in a country where firearms are prohibited, you don't have a Second Amendment, or you live in a state, even in this country, where the Second Amendment is just not respected enough, right? But people who know firearms, carry firearms, shoot firearms, they can appreciate the weight of this, okay, because it's still pretty shootable. But now there's another aspect to it. Is it light enough for you? I think the weight should be light enough for you, whatever your demands are weight-wise. Now, in terms of trigger pull, though, it may not be light enough for you. Okay, I know it's not good to snap a 22 a lot, but I think I read that it's supposed to be okay with this one, but I still won't overdo it. The trigger pull, if you have weak fingers, you're not used to pulling a trigger, you'll think it's pretty heavy. Okay, if you really seriously, if your fingers or your hands are weaker, it's a strong pull, like 12, 14 pounds or something. It will seem really heavy to you if you have never fired a double action revolver, but nothing you couldn't overcome. Okay, just with a little practice, get you some snap caps and just, work with it and strengthen up that finger. Get yourself in shape, come on. Because it's really not a problem once you get used to it at all. Because you're gonna want to fire it double action. You could fire it single action, but it's really tough to get your hand down in there and cock that hammer. You need a screwdriver, probably a Dremel tool, and some things like that to get into that, to cock the hammer manually. So, but that's the beauty of these things. And that also makes it a lot safer, right? Because you're not gonna pull that trigger. You might do it when you shouldn't do it, I guess, but you're not going to just rub it with your finger and the gun go off. I mean, in fact, I think I might have demonstrated, what's one of my weakest finger? My little finger? I don't know if I could even pull it, make it fire. Yeah, I did, but I'm Superman. My ring finger, it's really hard unless I get a real good brace on. So this firearm is not going to be one of those that goes off, because you've got your finger near the trigger, you breathed on the trigger. But again, that makes it safer. So it's a 22. Can I shoot it again? Yeah, the 43C, one of the lightest J-frames that you can get your hands on. It's just pretty much the case. I think you could possibly with a, I don't know, scandium model maybe or something. The thing is, this has an aluminum cylinder, and you really can't get by with an aluminum alloy cylinder with your centerfire cartridges like with these others. You can have titanium or stainless steel or something. So you can get by with an aluminum cylinder, which is a big chunk of the firearm, right? So that's how you can get it down to 11 ounces, 11 and a half ounces, okay? So let's shoot it again, you want to? And they're real shootable. I put it in my Alabama holster here. Speaking of them, appreciate their support. I got a pocket holster right here for it too. All these little J-frames, for the most part, will fit, the same holster. And whether it's on your belt or in your pocket, like right now, I really don't know it's there, other than I could kind of feel that holster on my belt. But you can imagine 11 ounces. You really don't know when it's in your pocket. So when it's on your belt, you definitely don't know it's there. I don't have a big key ring. It probably weighs more than, or as much, it's probably close to what a wallet weighs, what your wallet weighs, if you have the usual cards and all that in it, or an average key ring. So you're not really gonna know, it's not gonna pull your belt down, pull your pocket down, less likely to print and all that kind of thing. So again, it should fill the bill and be light enough for you. Yes, it should. And when you pull it out, even in double action, cowboy, it's real shootable. Yeah, and it holds 8 rounds. So, in terms of the pistol, 22, I'm not going to get into a big discussion about, carry, 22 and all that. We talk about that occasionally, but just briefly, you'd be surprised how many really experienced firearms people are okay with carrying a 22 long rifle, not even a Magnum. You would be surprised. I've seen lots of them online talking about it and giving the reasons for it and everything, and how handguns, especially little handguns like this, they just punch holes anyway. And you're poking holes with a 22 or a 32 or a 38. You're just poking holes, and you got a lot of them, and you got real good control over it. because it's a 22 and you got 8 instead of 5 or 6, and you got a lightweight revolver you're more likely to have with you, and all there's a lot of reasons that can justify it, and you probably and all of us can come up with reasons why it's a dumb idea maybe too. But anyway, it's just an option, and you'd be surprised how many people carry a 22. And as I always say, the human being has not been invented yet that I know of that can absorb lead without, you know, pain and that sort of thing. And the other point I like to make too, when talking about this sort of thing, is if you're just a regular citizen, what do you own? What have you done that would cause someone to keep coming at you even when you pull out a little measly 22? And then if you had to point it at them, or you had to fire it, whatever it is, what is it about you they want to get to so badly that it's not enough gun? You know, just things to think about. But anyway, this is a really light one, and you may not have been aware of it. I said in the I'll link to the first video, okay? So I don't want to repeat too much of that. But you might not have been aware of it. A lot of people are not, I think, even still, that something like this exists in a J-frame that holds 8 rounds. Yeah, and you know, with the ammo, I keep velocitors in my 22s that could possibly end up as a defensive pistol, and they get the penetration. You know, so anyway. You know, there's ammo out there, the Federal Punch, the velocitors are really, really good. And there's a lot of people doing lots of experimentation with them, and you could do worse out of a snubby especially. So anyway, the 43C, surely it's light enough for you. Pick one of these up somewhere. I mean, literally pick it up, not buy it, but just pick it up, hold it, and ask yourself, is this too heavy for me? If the answer is yes, wow, you are quite a wimp. You know, even the ammo, if you waste, let's see, 8 rounds of 22, 40 grain ammo even, and compare that with 5 or 6 rounds of 38 or 32, you know, you're talking about half the weight of even the ammo. So when they're loaded, the difference is even going to be greater, you know, between this and like the regular 642 or something. So it sounds like I'm selling them, but I'm really not. I just want to make sure you know all about this little pistol. It's pretty cool. Life is good.
Oh yeah, that's better. This is a great gun for defense. Oh hey, didn't see you guys there. While I've got you here, I want to remind you of our friends over at Talon Grips and Ballistol. Talon Grips makes grips, can you believe it, for all different types of firearms. You can get rough texture or more of a rubberized texture. It just sticks right on there. You know, really affordable, really cool option to improve the grip for your handguns or rifles. So please check them out at talongungrips.com. You'll be glad you did. And also Ballistol. Dad has been using Ballistol for many years. It's a cleaner and a lubricant, and it's non-toxic. It works really great, and we're happy to have them on board since it's been a part of our shooting endeavor for a very long time. So go to ballistol.com, talongungrips.com. And also, while you're out there, I'm juggling all these things here. Also, while you're on the internet, please do check out our other social media like Hickok45 on Facebook. There's also Hickok45 on Twitter, The Real Hickok45 on Instagram. There's a John_Hickok45 on Instagram where I do some things. There's Hickok45.com. You can find us also on Gunstreamer. So check out all that stuff and then watch more videos.